We are just seconds away from a brand new episode of the Elon Phoenix Weekly.
We have a great show lined up for you today, so stay tuned.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Elon Phoenix Weekly. I'm Cabby Borders.
And I'm Greg Brzezinski. Thanks for joining us on your ESPN2 local sports break.
Be sure to tune in every Saturday as we bring you a closer look into the lives of your favorite Elon athletes and coaches, both on and off the field.
With the fall season in full swing, we have an exciting show for you today. So let's get started.
Back in early September, the women's soccer team traveled north to face off with UMass and Harvard. Though they were far away from the home field, the Phoenix stands were still filled with some familiar faces.
Like most organizations at Elon, the women's soccer team features students from across the country. At the beginning of September, the girls traveled north to face off against both UMass and Harvard. While this was a new experience for the team, for some it was a chance to go back home and play in front of friends and family.
Well, it was our first big road trip as a team.
It was a great bonding experience. We took the sleeper bus.
We left Wednesday night around 11 o'clock and mostly everyone had a bed.
The freshmen, we became so much closer. When we first got on the bus, we didn't get the beds.
So it was like a 12, 13-hour trip. So there was a lot of movies and we had some good times.
And so we were facing each other and we stayed up and talked.
We tried to sleep as much as we could and we stopped about, I guess it takes 9 hours to get to my house. And it was just great to be home. I saw my mom and my cousins and my grandma. And it was just nice to have like a home-cooked meal and just relax and take a break from the bus ride.
After stopping in at Jacqueline's house in New Jersey, the girls continued on to UMass to face an unfamiliar team with a few familiar faces.
The best thing for me about playing UMass and Harvard were playing against my friends. On UMass, there were about 5 or 6 girls that I grew up playing club with, that I've played against and that I've played with. 2 of my best friends play UMass. And so it was so great to play against them in a college setting.
The captain of Harvard was a buddy of mine, and we played against each other all throughout high school in multiple sports. And it was really nice to see her. I played with her in the summer. We played summer league together, so it was fun to be able. She actually scored on us, but that's all right.
While seeing friends was nice, it was nothing compared to the feeling of being with family.
It's an indescribable feeling being on the field and looking up and seeing your parents there.
Just to have that comfort to see them in the stands when you're playing, it did bring me back to high school. It was just nice to have them there because it's not easy for them to come down every weekend to North Carolina from New Jersey. So.
My parents don't really get to come down a lot because they're busy with my sister and all her sports going on back home. So it was amazing to look up in the stands and see like my dad, my mom, my Nana, my sister, and all those type of people that, you know, my Nana's 92, so she wouldn't really be able to make the trip down to Elon. So it was great to be able to have her see me play one last time.
I think family is a very big part of our team, and it's nice that on a road trip like that besides the team members bonding together, I think the families also bonding together, which is great.
It's no surprise that between the comforts of home and the camaraderie on the field, that the team came back to Elon with a greater sense of community.
It helps to go play teams that we're not used to, like a UMass or Harvard, and kind of, you know, see what we are capable of.
Again, it was early in the season, so it was a big bonding weekend for us.
Playing on the road is always challenging, and especially after a trip like that, you know, I thought we came together and learned a lot about our team and ourselves.
I think it was a great experience on the field and off the field for our team.
I strongly believe that a team does well based on their chemistry, and our team right now has great chemistry, and the Boston trip helped that so much.
We're really close this year. We have the smallest team since I've been here, and yeah, we love everybody. It's a really good year. We're all very close. It transfers onto the field, I think.
I think that whole Boston weekend really made us grow as a team and a family, and it's definitely going to help us along the way.
Though their 2011 fall season is over, it certainly has been a good year for the team, coming off a 4-game win streak as they enter the Southern Conference Tournament.
Rhodes Stadium was sold out on September 24th for the family weekend game against the Citadel. Students, families, and alumni alike gathered before the game to tailgate in the spirit of the maroon and gold colors that brought them all together.
Family Weekend is a special time for Elon fans both young and old. Many parents and alumni come together to support Phoenix athletics, as well as enjoy each other's company while tailgating before the game.
I have a freshman at Elon. This is our first Parents Weekend and we are fired up.
And he's not the only one excited to be there. Family Weekend is a time when students, parents, and alumni come together to celebrate Elon. And at Elon, Saturdays mean tailgating and football with friends and family.
I like to come. It's fun, and we just laugh and have a good time.
Oh, I just love the atmosphere, and the student athletes are terrific young people.
I just enjoy the friendship and the fellowship we have with everyone another.
While current students may take game days for granted, returning alumni cherish the opportunity to reconnect with one another.
I love Elon. I've always loved it. My mother went here, and her brothers and sisters went here, and I came here, and I'm hoping my grandchildren will come here.
I got to reconnect with an old alumni that lived down the hall with me this week.
We just love it because the people are so nice, and you get to put up a tent in the rain, and it's just fun to be here and do these fun things.
For the alumni, coming to Rhodes Stadium for football games reminds them of how far the program has come since they were students.
Oh, it's massive change. I mean, when I was at Elon, we went to a high school stadium and just watched it at a high school, even though we won a national championship that year. But with Rhodes Stadium, it makes a world of difference for the ambiance and just the whole thing. It's a great feeling here.
There was no tailgate atmosphere because everybody had to travel over. And now having a stadium on campus and having excitement, playing bigger division football, it's a great atmosphere. I hope it gets bigger.
While alumni like the pregame tailgating festivities, what it really comes down to for them is the enjoyment of watching a football game and being a part of the Elon community.
We just live for it. It's good socialization. It's a wonderful school. We live for it from Sunday to the next Saturday.
The alumni's continued support of the Elon football program makes game days in Rhodes Stadium even more exciting for the players.
A special thanks to all the fans, alumni, and parents that attended to support the Phoenix.
We'll have more about the game against the Citadel when we return. But first, here's this week's trivia question. In the winter of 1908, Elon played their first football game. Can you name the team they played and the result of the game?
The answer to that question coming up, plus an exclusive look at Coach Mary Tendler and her former career as a student athlete.
See you after the break.
An Elon education is about preparing students for a life of global citizenship. Of course, this is a place where you're going to come and earn a degree, but it's also a place that's going to get you to think very deeply about how you're going to use that degree to make the world a better place.
Welcome back to your ESPN2 local sports break.
The Elon Phoenix Weekly is made possible by the students of the School of Communications in association with the dedicated coaches, athletes, and staff of Elon Athletics.
With Family Weekend in full swing, Rhodes Stadium was packed full of maroon and gold as fans and their families came out to support the Phoenix as they took on the Citadel.
Most teams at Elon have one main goal, to win their conference. With most sports, teams get the playoffs to decide who the champions will be. But with football, they have to prove themselves in every regular season game.
In the SoCon, every game is a playoff game. You know, you almost have to go undefeated every year if you want to be SoCon champions.
Anytime you win a conference game, you're moving up and the other person's moving down.
I mean, Coach Stretchen always talks about every game is a championship game. You can't take any games off, especially in the Southern Conference.
Getting that first win, SoCon win, you know, as a W, you know, it's real important. So we're going to go in this game, you know, expecting to win and doing everything we can to prepare for it.
I mean, because it's a tone setter. It lets everybody else in the conference know if you win today, it's like you're serious about playing and you come to play every week.
We can't win a SoCon championship like we've been saying unless we win the first game, and so we got to stay with it and continue playing well and executing on offense and flying around the ball defense and just making plays.
To add to the atmosphere of playing the Citadel in their first Southern Conference game, the school prepared to welcome parents and siblings of Elon students in honor of Family Weekend.
Family Weekend's mostly for the student body. I know it's going to be a bigger crowd. It's a chance to, for those freshman parents to see what Elon football is all about.
And the Phoenix did just that, as Elon clashed with the Citadel in a defensive battle.
As a defense, we were stopping the Citadel, I mean, the whole game.
However, the Citadel saw equal success on defense, forcing the Phoenix to turn to kicker Adam Schreiner, keeping them in the game at halftime, down 7-6. But Elon knew that they needed a spark and turned to quarterback Thomas Wilson.
I got a lot of playmakers around me at receiver and running back and at a tight end position, so that if I get the ball in their hands, they're able to make plays and score the points.
And Wilson was given that opportunity early in the second half. The Citadel responded late in the game, sending it to overtime. Elon was forced to regroup and get their heads back in the game.
I think throughout the whole game, you have to have a positive attitude.
You could say it was our composure, but we kept it in a tight situation the whole game.
You know, I don't think a word was said. I just think we all knew what we had to do.
Once again, the Phoenix turned to kicker Adam Schreiner to take the lead 18-15, putting the game in the hands of their defense. And after 3 great stops, it was the Citadel's turn to kick a field goal.
It was just a great game. It's why you come to college to play a sport, to be an athlete. You live to play in a game like that.
Be sure to come out and support the football team on November 19th as they take the home field for the last time this season against Appalachian State.
Coach Mary Tendler is nothing short of extraordinary, serving as the coach for Elon's women's volleyball since 2003 and claiming SoCon Coach of the Year last season. However, before her success as a coach, she claimed her stake during her time as a collegiate and professional athlete.
Coach Mary Tendler is a strong leader and mentor for the girls on the Elon volleyball team. Unfortunately, most outside the program don't exactly understand how impressive her resume truly is. In college, at the University of Illinois, Coach Tendler won the Big Ten Freshman of the Year award and subsequently won the Big Ten Player of the Year award all 3 seasons following her freshman debut. Setting NCAA records throughout her career, Coach Tendler still ranks in the top 5 in career hitting percentage, season hitting percentage, and consecutive matches played. After college, she played professionally in Europe and even spent time on the United States national team.
I've had a very exciting career, and I've started playing when I was really young and had the opportunity to play in college like my players here, and then got the opportunity to play on the USA national team, which trained out of San Diego for about a year and a half. And then from there I went overseas and played in Germany and France. So had a lot of fun, met a lot of people, and you know, it kind of boosted me to become a coach and enjoy what I do now.
While her professional and Olympic careers were more than remarkable, Coach Tendler's college career can only be described as historic, putting up a 53-1 conference record during her final 3 seasons. Coach Tendler is the only Illini athlete to ever earn Big Ten Player of the Year 3 times. This feat propelled her to the Big Ten All-Decade team and even earned her the title of the University of Illinois Athlete of the Decade.
Time, Mary Eggers puts it down.
I think college days are the best, as you probably know, and in college I got to play in 2 Final Fours, and the first one we went to win the regional championship at home, beat Nebraska, who was one of the top teams in the country, and be able to go to our first Final Four was really exciting for me and my teammates.
Coach Tendler's transition from player to coach has been a smooth one. Bringing her knowledge of the game to her players has come as second nature, and she has even projected her love of the game onto them.
How much fun the sport of volleyball can be and how exciting it is. And I think, you know, whatever level, it's the same sport, and we're competing each and every day in practice and against the other teams, and just trying to have good experiences from that.
You can't be here and spend as much time and energy and be as exhausted and, you know, emotionally drained all the time and not love what you're doing. So for me, I think I love games because it's a break from the monotony of practice. I love getting out there and putting on a jersey and the warm-up and the fanfare. I love everything about that. So for me, personally, I get so excited all the time.
All-America Mary Eggers playing her last match for Illinois, and Nancy Brookhart, this time of the Mid-East Regional Final, has proven that they can compete with and beat the best.
With Coach Tendler at the helm, the team is hard at work continuing their SoCon season play. The team has accumulated a total of 7 SoCon Player of the Week awards for individual performances this season alone.
Earlier in the show, we asked if you knew who Elon played in their first football game way back in the winter of 1908. The answer? Well, they played a school from down the road in Mebane called Bingham Military Academy and defeated them by a score of 11-6. Added a bit of trivia about this game, it was played on the lawn in front of West Dormitory. A little bit different than Road Stadium.
When we come back, we'll look at junior Allie Deach of the women's volleyball team and her achievements as a Lumen Scholar.
Plus, we'll look at the career of cross-country runner Morgan Denicky and her fall season so far.
All this and more when we return.
What is living the maroon life? It's more than just the hustle and the sweat. It's more than just the pain and the frustration. It's more than just the triumph and the glory. The maroon life is you. Yes, you. You, the athlete, striving to be at your best day in and day out. You, the alumni who have been in the stands supporting Elon for years. You, the fans who stream into games hours before kickoff. And you, the little ones who will be the next generation of Phoenix fans. You are what drives Elon Athletics, and you are the reason we do what we do. There is so much history and tradition behind our Maroons. Conference titles, All-American, and national championships. But there is so much history and tradition yet to be made. So join us. Live the Maroon life.
Welcome back to the Elon Phoenix Weekly on your ESPN2 local sports break.
Elon athletes make notable achievements every week, whether it's at a practice, during a game, consistently earning awards, breaking records, and performing beyond expectation.
However, they are also hardworking students, making strides in the classroom, and for some athletes, taking extra steps to bring their scholarship to the next level.
Since 2007, the Lumen Prize has recognized students who are truly exceptional and have serious intellectual goals. Rising juniors compete in the spring of their sophomore year for scholarships amounting to $15,000 for their education in pursuit of research they proposed during their application process. Junior Allie Deach of the women's volleyball team was awarded this prize for her goals in medicine and cancer research.
The Elon women's volleyball team has seen a ton of recent success. Last year winning the SoCon Northern Division, and this year already securing a winning record. However, off the court, junior Allie Deach did something no Elon athlete has ever done: win the Lumen Prize.
It was a very intense application, and it was, a lot of work and a lot of challenging things because you have to know your project backwards and forwards before you can even apply for it. So then obviously when I got it, I was ecstatic because I had gone through all that hard work, and it's a project that I'm passionate about.
Allie received a $15,000 scholarship that will be dedicated to her research for the next 2 years.
My research itself is magnetic hyperthermia, which is an alternative form of cancer treatment. So the idea is that instead of chemotherapy, where you inject a drug, a toxic chemical into your body, and it spreads out everywhere, kills cells all over your body, even cells that you actually need, this is, it starts with a magnetic particle. So what you can do is inject it into your body, and because it's magnetic, you can localize it to one region. So say wherever you have a tumor, you can localize it there just with an external magnet. And then once it's there, using a high-frequency magnetic field, you can heat it up, and when it heats up, once it reaches a critical temperature, it should kill the tumor cells. So what I'm doing specifically is working on the actual particles themselves, trying to perfect them, make them super efficient, so you can use the smallest amount of particles possible, putting less foreign chemicals in your body, and still get the same amount of energy and the same amount of heat. And hopefully by the end of my time here, I will have actually tested them with tumor cells and seen that they can kill tumor cells.
Allie's current research has her looking forward to a career in science.
Well, actually, as I've gotten more into the research, it has made me lean towards doing research in the future, maybe going to grad school and sort of like pursuing something like that. I don't know if I'll be able to stick with my project because who knows where I'm going to end up and what kind of facilities they'll have and whatnot, but I would love to pursue it if I could. But if I can't, then I'm sure there's some great research out there for me to get into.
While Allie's excited for her future, her main concern is balancing her time between school, the lab, and the court.
It's definitely challenging because of the time-consuming nature of volleyball and being an athlete, but also the time-consuming nature of being a student here at Elon, especially Elon, because it's such a challenging curriculum. But it's something that I'm willing to do because I'm passionate about what I do, and it's tough because people don't really see me, when they think athlete, they just think, dumb jock. But hopefully with, like athletes getting Lumen Prize and things like that, we can sort of change that image, at least at Elon, and hopefully get a better name for ourselves.
Deitch recently set the Elon Division I record, pushing her career total to 1,375 digs in a match against Appalachian State earlier this season.
This year, junior Morgan Deneke has assumed leadership as a captain on the women's cross-country team. However, the new pressures only seem to put a skip in her step as she continues to break her own personal best records this fall season.
Junior Morgan Deneke is in the middle of what looks like her best cross-country season yet. So far this season, she has not only broken her own personal record, but the team record as well. I sat down with her and got to hear about the experiences that led up to this success.
In high school, my training was not that great. I thought it was okay at the time, but then coming to college, it's really opened my eyes to what serious training is. And the mileage, I probably doubled my mileage almost. I do about 60 miles a week.
That hard work, those dozens of miles, they've paid off for Deneke as a leader.
This year I'm a captain on the team, so that's new.
She certainly leads by example on a daily basis with her work ethic and her discipline and the way she conducts herself for every practice session. So she's a captain but also a leader by performance.
Deneke is led by example, outperforming not only her teammates, but the rest of the competition. She was named the SoCon Runner of the Week in early September, after some solid performances on the course. At the first race of the season, Deneke finished first not only for the team, but for the entire race. Her time of 17:56 was not only her personal best, but a school record.
Going into that race, I expected to run probably like 40 seconds slower. I didn't realize I was in such good shape, but so after that, it was just a really great feeling. I'd never won a college cross-country race before, and to also set the school record at that same time was really exciting and really motivating for the rest of the season, especially since our conference meet is at that course also.
It's definitely exciting, her first time breaking 18, and yeah, definitely a great way to start at Charleston. She'd been working really hard and training great, but always nice to solidify that in a race and come out with a really big performance.
Right after finishing that race, that was the first time I'd broken 18 minutes also. So I was just really excited knowing that all the work I'd put in throughout the summer and since coming back to school had definitely paid off, and paid off earlier on than I expected it to.
Talking about the Southern Conference Championships, Deneke wants to continue her early season success and has set a personal goal for herself.
I'm looking to drop my time by at least 20 seconds or something, but I'm hoping to get in the top, get all conference at the conference meet, which is top 7.
Looking at the rest of the year, Deneke is excited to switch gears and focus on track.
Within looking to indoor and outdoor, seeing as how much I've improved this season, I'm really looking to make some big time drops. Really focus on the 5K and 10K, I think. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's exciting.
Deneke's success has paid more than its fair share of dividends for the team. We will look forward to following her throughout the rest of the season and into the track season.
Deneke broke her record again at the SoCon Championship in Charleston, finishing 14th with a time of 17 minutes and 43.7 seconds.
Well, that's our show for today. If you missed anything or want to watch again, be sure to check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/Elon Phoenix Weekly.
Also, be sure to visit elonphoenix.com, your #1 source for all the maroon and gold buzz.
On behalf of our producers and crew here at the show, we hope you have a spectacular weekend.
Be sure to join us again on the show at 8:30 next Saturday morning. For the Elon Phoenix Weekly, I'm Cabby Borden.
And I'm Greg Brzezowski. Thanks for watching.